it's Natalie, and today I have my Sephora sale haul, I suppose, and I'm not wearing anything. I'm literally nothing on. So while I discuss things, I guess I'll do my skincare. I'm gonna do a little try on haul because why not? Something I got that wasn't makeup, which I'm not using right now because a little while ago from Sephora, I bought like those makeup erasers, and I really like them, by the way. I should have included them in my like what to get at Sephora, but I totally forgot. I got a deluxe sample of the Skin Fix moisturizer, and it was huge. Like, that was one of the largest like free samples of anything I've ever gotten. It's lasted me this whole time. I'm still not done with it. It's wild how much product was in that thing. I've been using it as a nighttime moisturizer because my morning moisturizer, my before makeup moisturizer, the Belif one, the Belif moisturizing balm, it leaves your skin with this like dewy finish, which is really nice for makeup application, but just isn't the best for like sleeping on a pillow and stuff. Like, your face is like a little wet feeling, you know? And so I've been using that with my nighttime moisturizer, and it's been really nice for my skin. So I got the full size, which was more expensive than I thought it was going to be, but also the Skin Fix moisturizer a little bit goes such a long way. But I got like a lot of things. I made like 2 separate orders, and I've used basically everything at least once, so I do already have like an idea about most things. So this isn't like a first impressions, which I don't think is the most helpful. My face is red from me rubbing it. I suppose we'll do first eyebrows. I always do my eyebrows first. I got the Kosas Eyebrow, which is very new. I got it in the shade Brown Black, which is like a really nice shade for me. And it has like a little bit of like a shimmer to it. It's very interesting. The packaging is this like plasticky packaging, but it has like kosas like in it. I've not seen a packaging like this before, and I like it. I like unique packaging for stuff. This one's hard to open if you have moisturizer on your hands. So it's a little bit of a drier consistency, which is nice for this sort of a thing, because when eyebrow gel is too wet or too moussey, it can be like clumpy or get all over your skin. And this spoolie is not too small, and it has a smell, and I'm not really sure what the smell is, but it does have a smell. It kind of has like a mascara smell in a way, which is interesting, but I don't know, we'll just go for it. This does have a substantial amount of hold. Like, it'll keep your brows in place, but it doesn't do that like soap brow like lamination thing where they're like stuck down. Like, you can feel that your eyebrows are like good and in place and won't be moving. Like, you can feel that when you like move your eyebrows after it dries down. They do stay in place. The color is nice. It's not too tinted. I am enjoying the effect, and my eyebrow hairs, I have like a decent amount of them already, so I'm not crazy about like brow gels that have little fibers in them and stuff, but yeah, I think that does a nice job. I just prefer to have just like a little bit of filling in, especially on this brow. Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in light to medium. This has been kind of like a cult product that I never tried and always wanted to. It seems like it would really not work for me, but it is so sheer and really just kind of gives a dewy finish rather than like actually much pigment. I mean, look how dewy my under eye looks. It just kind of adds that like shiny dewiness that just really makes you look so awake, which is always what I'm looking for. So Becca's going away, and so I was like, what a better time now to try it. And I've ended up really liking it. It's probably the thing that I've used the most out of the stuff that I got in my haul. I did get this, which I just need to chat about for a second. This is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer Pen in the shade Snow, and I really like cream concealers over liquid concealers just for like spot concealing and whatnot, and that's why I got this. And I don't like the packaging. I just don't like these kind of like click it and it goes up, and like it does go up, it works. So I have a few zip moments, and I actually haven't used this with a brush yet, so we're getting a little bit more of a first impression. But I have this thing over here which I get every time on my lady time. This has really bad reviews, which has just made me want to try it more, because I was like, no way this is like absolutely dreadful and terrible. And I don't think it is. I just think people are expecting something different. They are expecting something like the NARS one that's in the pot, or it's like something like that where it's just really intense coverage. And this, it is called high coverage, and people are comparing it to the like liquid version, which is just an insane amount of coverage. It's a little bit more skin-like, which is why I like it. I used it yesterday for a little bit of blemish covering, and I think it does that totally fine in a really natural way, especially because I don't wear foundation or anything. I'm kind of hoping that my concealer will just carry the way for me. That's more like a scab over there now, so that's not going to cover no matter what I do. But I just feel like it just kind of helps to naturally camouflage some parts that just could use a little camouflaging, and I think it's good for that. I like the way this looks. I can't speak on wear time. I'm just using my little brightening powder because we're gonna do eyeshadow today, and I didn't have a look in mind. And honestly, the blush and that eyeshadow is going to clash, so we're just going to be prepared for that. The eyeshadow I got is the Natasha Denona Mini Love Palette. I love the Natasha Denona formula. This color story to me was just like very not like something I had, and of course I love the like metallic pink packaging. I mean, come on. And so I've been using this and I've been really liking it. I think that this matches the consistency for formulas. It's nice, and I don't know what else to say. I might just do something really natural. I know that this has the like glittery duochrome, which is so exciting, but I'm worried about my eyeshadow and my blush clashing, so I'm just gonna go in with the kind of mattes first, and we're just gonna see what happens. But I thought this color story was really pretty. I don't have the normal Love palette. That color story just didn't really call to me. I like pink eyeshadow, but something about that one just, I don't know, I never picked it up. And this color story was just a little bit more cool toned. Like, that color is such a pretty cool toned color, and I was just like, I feel like I need this like cool toned purple situation. So I'm just gonna put that matte shade everywhere. I'm gonna do a little liner with a darker matte shade, and then we'll use the light metallic as a highlight. What do I want to do? I'm just gonna use my finger actually with this shade, the light metallic in here, because my fingernail broke, and so I can like get it into all these nooks and crannies now. And I mean, it's kind of amazing. Like, I see why makeup artists use their fingers, because you can just get such a gorgeous payoff on this kind of stuff just with your fingers. And I like to kind of pull it through the socket because my eyes are so just deep in there, because my nose bridge is so high right there. I just feel like the brightness adds such a cool effect, kind of like an ombre. And I always like to highlight under my brow bone. I'll swatch the other two shades that I didn't use. This one is You and Love. You is this one that's kind of this sparkling duochrome, and then Love is this just lush matte shade. So, or not matte, but like a satin. Yeah, look at those. I bet you can see the contemplation in my eyes. Okay, we're doing it. I'm just gonna put like a light smattering of the duochrome on just over the top. just adds that like pop of glow and stuff. I feel like this always looks weird. Like I typically cut me curling my lashes out of videos because it looks weird, but I've seen so many people I like watching recently just like leave it in, and I'm like, maybe I should also leave it in. This mascara has quickly become a mascara I don't like. It builds so quickly that it just catches you off guard, and I like intense eyelashes a lot. That's like always what I'm going for, but this is like intense in the wrong way. This is one of those mascaras that is getting worse with time rather than better. Like the first time I used this, I was like, oh my god, this mascara is everything, and it was that first time, and then I had to take it off. It doesn't come off. This is the Clio Kill Lash Superproof Mascara. But yeah, I love the Natasha Denona palettes. So I got two blushes, and they're both very warm toned. I got something on this. The very new Melt Cream Blushlights, which are just in their typical blushlight packaging. And I got the shade Lynx, which looking back, I was deciding between several shades: Golden Hour, Honey Thief, my more like typical peachy shades that you'll find all over my collection. And I decided to go with this one, Lynx, because it's just so unique. I've never seen anything like this. And some people are saying it's a bronzer. This is definitely not a bronzer. It is like, it goes on rather blushy. This has a really nice texture. It's emollient without being tacky or sticky or thick. It's kind of like the perfect cream blush formula. I have a gripe with it. It's immensely scented, like vanilla cake. Like it smells more vanilla than any of my vanilla lip products. It is so intensely vanilla-y. I'm just putting it on, whatever. It makes my brushes smell like vanilla, which really bothers me. And vanilla isn't even anywhere near my least favorite scent when it comes to lip products and stuff. I hate mint way more. I probably prefer vanilla over a floral scent. Really most of the time it comes down to how strong is the scent, and this is just so strong. It is so strong, but it's gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I would buy like several more of these if they weren't scented. Genuinely, I would buy like all of them. This really has that texture to me that's like just perfect cream blush texture. Oh my god, look at how dewy. It's not sticky or tacky. It's just that really nice creamy consistency, and it adds just a very gorgeous flush. And this shade on, I mean, you can tell that it's a warm toned flush that has a bit of like a goldness to it, but it's not at all just like really like a bronzer. Really, it's not brown. It's definitely like a golden glow that works on fair skin, which is nice because usually golds on me just make me look metallic and gross. But this one's definitely gold in a blushy way, which is nice, and it just has that nice quality to it, and it sheers out. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful formula. So I think it's such a shame that they added this scent to it, which is just monstrous. And the other blush I got is the Patrick Ta for Face Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in Shiso LA. This is also not my usual color, but I was really inspired by a lot of people using this. The one thing I don't like about this is actually the packaging. This has been done better. The Natasha Denona ones, the lip is not in front of product, so you're not going to dig your nails or finger into the product, and it's like you can move it. Whereas this, the lip is on the product. It's literally over the product, so you can't really use it. So you have to kind of like put your finger on the side, and it doesn't have anything like holding it or keeping it in place. It just kind of falls. So a little bit useless, especially because the powder doesn't really kick up at all anyway. It's a very dense powder. It has a really nice natural finish. like his other powder blushes, which I enjoy. So you can see how it just kind of picks up, but there's not really like powder that like comes off in the pan, you know? And I'm just gonna put that on top of the melt one because why not? The cream in here, do not be fooled by it. When you swatch it, it looks like it's the sheerest thing ever, and then you put it on and it is so freaking pigmented. But I won't be able to put that on today just because I already have a few blushes on. Honestly, I could just put it on and I could just be intensely blushed slash bronzed because these are bronzy blushes, which is why I got them. I didn't really have like a bronzy blush, and that like bronzer is like a trend now. We've moved past bronzer and now we're in bronzer, and I'm feeling it, honestly. It's very glowy. I mean, I look so glowy and dewy and just like this line of demarcation, it's just not going to go away, and I've accepted that. And I'm just going to use the cream in here anyway because he says to use the cream on top of the powder, and I'd agree with that. That's all of those blushes on, which I wasn't expecting to do actually. I said I wasn't going to be able to do that, and I did. And I think they're all gorgeous shades. They're just beautiful, stunning shades, and I love that. I don't love the smell of the melt one. I had another melt product. This is the Digital Dust Duo Blush in Buzzkill, and the gorgeous sparkly packaging. Hello. This is larger than the blushes. I should have kept the blush out. This is larger than the blushes, which is interesting because they call this a blush, but I would not call it a blush. This is a highlighter. That is a highlighter. This is really, really pretty. These are, I don't know if they're baked, like a baked gelée. They kind of have that vibe, but they have this gorgeous imprinting of bee with honeycombs, and on the mirror as well there's a little bee and honeycomb design, and I just love it a lot. So I just kind of get my brush in there, and this is a glittery highlighter, and it is deep on my skin, which is actually, I've learned, my favorite kind of highlighter because I can put it a little bit lower on top of my blush and I just get more of like a blushy sheen rather than that just like stripe of highlight moment. So I prefer a dark highlighter, especially on my nose, because then you don't get that like chrome nose. There's some glitter in here, some like slightly larger glitter particles, but as we know, I'm crazy about glitter. I'm insane for glitter. I just love the tone of this one. It reminds me so much of my favorite one, the MAC Skin Finish in Hot Demoiselle d'Avignon. That's a mouthful, but it reminds me of that in like the best way. And I just love it. I just love, love, love it. It's just kind of like that, but like extra. So that's the face. You might be like, Natalie, you're a fiend for lip products. It couldn't have ended there. And it doesn't. It doesn't end there. I got a couple lip products because who am I if I don't? I got a Tower 28 gloss. We know we love these. This is the Milky formula, which is a little bit more pigmented, but still sheer. And this one's in the shade Cashew, and oh my god, I love this shade. You'll notice that I'm kind of in the mood for browns lately, which is weird, because I'm such a coral and pink gal. But this one's the YSL Oil and Stick. I love this formula. I love this formula. I'm just getting that out of the way. And this is my favorite scent in any lip product ever. It is like tropical fruit, mango, slushy, like shave ice, like I don't know, it's really good. And this one's in the shade 121, which is one of the new shades that just launched. And I was like, I need it. It's brown. It's kind of this frosty brown though, which is fun because usually they don't really have shimmer in them, but I like the shimmer because it just kind of gives it that extra glossy thing. So I'm gonna put on some lip liner. I don't know what this one is. This one's Colourpop Cool Becca which is a little bit brown. This is like a really light brown that I use more for like contouring the lips. I guess I'll do the gloss on top of the lipstick, why not? So with these Oil and Fix, they have a really great consistency. They're like plush and they don't drag at all, but they're not like milky and gross like some of these like lipsticks are just like so messy. They just like squish everywhere. This has a density to it. It reminds me so much of my favorite Lisa Eldridge lipstick, Muse, which just needs to come in her other formula. This one, the like shiny one, it needs to come in that one. But yeah, I just love that color. It's so chic. It kind of like goes with everything, which is my recent vibe. I'm just like, I want everything to go with everything. And then the gloss, this is just like it's also a bit brown. Honestly, these colors kind of match in a way. But I've been really liking this Tower 28 gloss on top of some of my favorite pink lipsticks, like Lisa Eldridge Love of My Life and the Dior 667 and oh my god, cannot forget Chanel 82. This one's so good. But yeah, I've been liking the Tower 28 one on top of pinks because it kind of just like neutralizes the pink a lot and makes them a little bit more of like a pinky beige, which is really pretty. Honestly, not mad at anything I got. Really the only gripes I have about anything is the melt smell. I just thought it was a little bit weird. Yeah, that's that. I'm just super happy and I'm loving the look. We're looking exceptionally glowy and dewy and everything I love. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.